We're playing the longest hole in Roblox today. I'm almost up there, so we're gonna be telling a story time up there. And if you want to, you can like and subscribe, but you don't have to subscribe, but you have to like. It's gonna be super epic when we get up there because you're gonna be shocked after the story when the girl learns her lesson. So there might be fog up there in the party time. By the way, this game is in Roblox, and it's the longest hole in Roblox. So I'm almost up there. I can see a blue dot. Blue dot. Hurry up. Yeah. Now, so let's explore before we start our story time. Sorry, I'm not a good screen recorder. I don't know how to do that, so I have to use my iPad. Once upon a time, there was this little princess who was not a princess yet. But she was 6 years old and was going to be when she was 8. She had a butterfly fairy named Tulip. Her school was close to her house. She was always the first person in school. By the way, her neighbors and their kids did not go to the same school she did. Her neighborhood kids is the one that they all went to different schools. But she had friends at her school. One morning, it was a school morning. The very last day of school before the summertime break. Her mother said, "This is your very last day. Just in like 3 months, you're going on to a new grade, which is second grade." No, which is first grade. And you'll be pretty soon, so you're all dressed up. I think people will like your outfit there. Just one thing, if somebody bullies you, don't pay no attention to them. I don't want to hear no cry when you get home about it, because if I do, you're in some big trouble. Okay, Mom. Okay, so she walked to school. It was really safe because she lived in a forest. No one could drive in forests. Her school was in a restaurant. And this is what her school looked like. She had 2 buildings of her school. They were all learning. Just a few minutes later, "It's time for lunch, kid." I'm eating my lunch. I'm done. Okay, school was over that day, and she went straight back to her house. She wanted to follow the trail this time and not stay lagging. She did not have a bus because it was a forest. The laws in her forest said no cars, unless it is a scooter or a bike or a hoverboard. And so she asked her mother that day, "Hey, can I go play outside?" She was done with her homework, and her mother said, "Yeah, you can go play outside, but don't go too far. Don't get too surrounded by those bullies, if there are, because I don't really know if there's bullies. We're new to this town." What the name of her town was, it was Forest Town. By the way, this is just a story I'm telling you. There was no fog at all. The last story there was fog. She was 5 years old that time, but now she's 6. She was fixing to be a princess in just 24 months. And she never knew how to control this party place, which never got her thing of doing. She always listened to her mother. And she said, and she also had a dad, but her dad was still at work. Her mother was a whole, whatever that whole thing is called, like a whole. By the way, she was not homeschooled. Some people in her town were, like several people in her, several of her neighbor kids was homeschooled because they got kicked out of their school. She was so nervous to go around the camp place because she knew there was people in it the last time they bullied her. She still had that curse. They were still in that place again. Her butterfly told her, "Hey, girl, I'll magic a boat for you so you won't get seasick." And it was a big pathway. She had to hurry up to get to the other side. But the butterfly, or either her, knew it was too far for her. She was just as sweet as a pumpkin. That's why her name was Sarah. Her mother, when she was born that day, her name was going to be named Sarah. But she knew she had soccer practice and she was not late for that. She used her trowel because she was allergic to water. And her favorite pet was chickens. And her favorite food was pretzels. I'm gonna get seasick. Oh, help me. She was not allergic to that much. After soccer practice, she went back, and there was mermaids in the sea that were really mean until they were mean to new mermaids. And they were also mean to mermaids that were blue. She went back home. And it was bedtime. Oh, I'm so shocked that you're home early. By the way, her mother was not a queen yet, but she was going to be with the same day as the princess was going to be. When her mother dies, she will finally be the queen. But her dad was going to be the king. This time there was fog in the Japanese tree for pretend. Her dad said, I dare you go into the fog. But there was no fog. And her dad said, what? I knew there was fog the earlier day I just came home from work. What's wrong with you for a problem? Just go play outside. I don't want to hear anything about you being the fog. You're going to be grounded if you go into the fog. That's gross. But when she was 10 years old, she was finally a princess, but still didn't live in a castle. Her parents did not have that much money, so they couldn't buy a castle. They couldn't afford it. And I'm in the fog. She was lost until she found 2 camp places where she didn't see the people in there. So she said, knock, knock, get out of my place. Knock, knock, get out of my place. They were jealous of her because she was a princess. She was so shimmering beautiful. She had a magic power, but she was so nervous to use it. She only used it at home. And she had a secret bag. Get out this library. What's your problem? We're fixing the clothes. It's 6 o'clock. Didn't you read the clothes and open his eyes? She felt so terrible for what she did. She went into the fog just now. Her dad told her not to. So she didn't go in the house. She just kept throwing her trowel all over her house. And building it so bad. What in the world is happening with you? What are you doing? I could tell. And her dad said, I could tell you've been in the fog. And her mother said, why did you go in the fog? And why are you throwing blocks all over her house? See, we have a broken roof now. I'm mad at you. You grounded. And guess what? Go. So her parents punished her. She had to go to a different house because she always does that every year. So she had to live in the cave where no one lived in there. Not even one person. Only her and the butterfly did. So she was shivering. She was the worst princess of the world. So don't do what this princess did ever. No. She thought this hole was a portal. She fell in it, and guess what happened? What is this thing? She never saw that thing because she was never born that day. That thing existed before she even knew it. No, I knew I shouldn't have did this. Help me. No, I don't want to go any further. This is painful. Why am I flying up? Why? Why am I flying up? Don't. I want to fall. Help. Somebody help. Help me. No. I want to jump down. This is so impossible. Help me. No. Oh. No, I don't want to help you. Because you just did it. I heard you got punishment, you princess. You're the worst princess in the world. Which was right because she had her bad behavior. So, there was a bird flying around. Help, bird, help. But the bird was so good that they never helped that girl. Goodbye.